Hi guys, welcome to Linux YouTube channel. My name is Ram Mishra and I'm your online instructor. So what's in this video? In this video I will tell you how to use AWS EC2 user data in Terraform. So guys, let's begin the topic. But before start the lab session, we have to understand few points, which is what is user data field in Terraform and how it's work for AWS cloud provider. So basically AWS user data is the set of commands, or you can say data, that you can provide to an instance at launch time. For example, if you are launching an EC2 instance and want to have Docker installed on the newly launched EC2, then you can provide a set of bash command in the user data field of AWS EC2 config page. So let's begin the lab session and create EC2 instance with user data field. So guys, this is my Linux terminal and currently I am using RHEL 9.0. So let me show you the first release version of this machine, etc red hat release. See, currently I am using RHEL 9.0. So let me create a new folder for Terraform project. So mkdir project 1, name could be anything as per your choice. Now I'm going to open my Visual Studio Code software for configuring and deploying Terraform configuration files. So I go with VS Code. So guys, this is my Visual Studio Code, and let me make a big screen. Yeah. So let's start with the first step, which is create a provider file. Now you can see that currently there is no provider file available on this project one directory. It's totally blank. So let's start. Before start working on Terraform, we have to create a provider file first. For AWS cloud provider, in my case I'm going to launch EC2 instance is AWS cloud provider in Mumbai region. So I create a file and put a few entries where I have mentioned my provider and region. So right click, make new file, provider.tf. Name could be anything, but the extension should be always .tf, Terraform format, and go with the provider field, provider. This is AWS in my case, and region is AP South -1. Yeah, that's sufficient for me. So now I'm going to press Ctrl S to save this configuration. Okay, and now I run the Terraform init command. So let me open the terminal from here, new terminal, and I run Terraform init initialization. Okay, so this command will initialize the working directory containing Terraform configuration files and install any required plugins. When you run the Terraform init command, any plugins required, such as the AWS cloud provider in my case, are automatically downloaded and saved locally into the .terraform directory where I have run the command terraform initialization. So currently you can see that in my project folder currently I have only one file, that is provider.tf. When the installation will be done successfully, you got find .terraform directory here with latest available plugin related to my AWS cloud provider. So just wait for a couple more minutes, let it be complete first. Guys, you can see under my project one directory you got one more hidden directory called .terraform directory where required plugins are stored, and you see the message Terraform has been successfully initialized. Okay, so now I'm going to close this terminal. Now I have to move the next step, which is create a resource file. So again I have to create a new file under the same project directory. Name could be anything, but extension should be always .tf, that means Terraform format. So I'm giving a name main.tf this time. So main.tf. Okay, so now here I have to put up my resources entry. So I'm going to create EC2 instance with user data field. So let's start with the resource field first. So I said resource, and resource is AWS underscore instances. So where it is, here it is, and resource is AWS instance, which will be always same in the case if you are launching EC2 instance. Then I put up the identical name, so it could be anything as per your choice. Here I'm using Linux. Okay, and now the time for AMI ID. So I go AMI is equal to, then I have to put up the AMI ID. So for the AMI ID, you can log in into the AWS web console page and grab it from there, your desired AMI ID. So guys, this is my AWS web console page, and currently I'm logging in my Mumbai region, and currently you can see that there is no instance available and or in running condition. So I click on the launch instance, go over there and scroll down, little bit scroll down. Yeah, here it is, AMI ID. So I go with the Amazon Linux, simply right click, copy, cancel it, and go back on my Terraform file and simply paste it. That's it. So you can just go to your AWS web console page and just copy the ID from there and paste it on your resource.tf file. Now I have to tell about the instance type. So I go with the T2 macro. So I go with instance type. In my case, that is T2.micro. Then I can define few more entries like key type and tags. So key name in my goes, that is and please be sure this key should be available on your AWS region. So if I again go back on my AWS console and click on the key pair, you can see that is available. Okay, so I'm back on my main.tf file. Then I can put up tags. So say tags is equal to, go with name, key name, and the value is demo server. Okay, that's sufficient for me for this EC2 instance. Now I just save this entry by pressing Ctrl S one more time. So I press Ctrl S. Now first one, we have a number of method to using user data field here. Basically we are using two methods to use this entry. First one is inline shell command method, where we use EOF frame format, means end of file format, and for the script where within the user data argument. And second one is we can place our script in another file and call up that script in the our configuration file using file function. So we will go one by one to the both method. Let's start with the shell command method first. So here I'm just add user underscore data argument after my key name. Okay, so user underscore data, and let me write down the script, then I will explain each and everything. Okay, so user underscore data, then I start with end of file frame and go with shebang. Then I say install yum install httpd. Okay, then go with service httpd start, then go with check config httpd on. Then I go with echo command, echo say welcome to my web server. Okay, and this entry will be stored in where www.html index.html, and then close the frame EOF, and now I press Ctrl S. So I start with user data with EOF frame, that is end of file frame. User data shell script must run with the shebang character and the path to the interpreter you want to read this script. So commonly I'm using bin bash. Then because the script entered as a user data run as the root user, so no need to use the sudo command in this init script, and just I simply put up one script where I mention install httpd package using yum command, and then I go with start the HTTPD services, and then I said check config command to make it permanent on across the next reboot. And finally I just make a simple index.html web page where I have just put up the content welcome to my web server, and then finally I close with EOF end of file frame. So this is how you can put up the small user data field in your main.k source file using script method, or you can say the shell command method. Okay, now guys, all entries are done successfully. Time to check. So let me control S one more time and go with the terminal. I open a new terminal and I start with the syntax check first. So I run the command terraform validate. Let me check any error I got it or not. Looks good. Okay, now just review the execution plan first before deploying on AWS provider. So so for this I'm going to with the command terraform plant command. So I have command terraform plant. Okay, now press enter. Okay, see, it says if you go with this plan it will add one new resources. Okay, so resources would be scroll up, little bit scroll up, the AWS instance Linux. Okay, so it looks okay with my plan. I am happy with my plan. So after you review the execution plan, apply your changes. So for this I use terraform apply command, and let's see, currently I don't have any instances, okay, on my AWS web console. So are you sure to continue? I said yes. Okay, now you can see instance going to be created and it will take little bit of time. Okay, I'm on my AWS console, and if I refresh my EC2 dashboard, let's see, here it is, one instance is ready. Okay, so once I click on the instance, see, demo server. So even I can check it from my terraform command also. I have a command, see, terraform state list. Look at that, AWS underscore instance dot Linux. So my instance is ready, and my instance record is there in my terraform state list output. If I open my web browser, and I can connect to my terraform machine also, or this instance also. So I click on my EC2 instance, go to the connect, and let's connect it. It's establishing a connection. Okay, here I am. Sounds good. So let me show you something interesting about user data field. Let me connect. I have already connected with this instance. So let me log in with sudo su. Okay, here I am. So guys, when a user data script is processed, it is copied to and run from a specified directory, which is where lib, and under where lib you have a cloud, under we have instances, and under instances you got the instance ID. So once I go with this instance ID, I run the ls command. So the script is not deleted after it is run, and can be found in this directory with the name userdata.txt. So you can grab that userdata.txt is there. So if I open cat userdata.txt, you can see that, or I can go with the ls command also. See, whatever I have mentioned in my user data field entry, it is stored here. You can check it with on this location, where lib cloud instance and instance ID. Okay, and one more thing, the cloud init output log file, that is very important. Say where log, and if I go over there, I have a file cloud init output log file. So basically it files, let me open this file first, cloud init -output.log. So if I go with the ls command, see, basically it captures console output of your user data shell script to know how your user data shell script was executed and its output. so we can check through this file. That is very important for us. Okay, see, every entry is there, each and every entry is there. So yeah, it's very important for us. Now go to the this is all about the first method. Now I'm going to start a second method, which is the file function. Okay, so now I'm going to close this one, back on the instances. So currently I have one instances. Okay, so I'm back on my Visual Studio Code here, close the terminal and back on my file. Yeah, let me set it first. Okay, so I'm going to create one more EC2 instance with the same manner, but this time I will use the user data second method, which is the file function. So I am already back on my Visual Studio Code, and I copy the same content and modify few things. Okay, so let me copy one more time the entire resources from here. Say copy and scroll down a little bit and paste it here. Okay, so copy and paste. Okay, so let it be go resource, change the identical name. This time I said not Linux, go with Red Hat. AMI ID is the same one, instance type same, key name is same, user data field. Okay, so let it be clear the user data field from here. Okay, no need of this line, so let me remove the line number 22, 23, 24, 25 till 27. I remove the entire entry. Tag is there, let it be change the tag. This time I said Linux server. Okay, and just okay, now that's sufficient for me. User data, and I have to put up the entries. So let me control S, save and quit from this entry. And now I am on my project directory again one more time. Here I am, and I create a script file. Name could be anything, but the extension should be always .sh if you're creating a shell script file. So I make a file, right click, file, say ram.sh. Okay, so here I am. See, it's blank, so I start with the shebang first. So bin bash. Okay, and for testing purpose I just add two line, mkdir -p say /root, and under root I create a three directory. I want a three directory, a b and c comma c dot txt. Okay, and let it be set the host name ctl set hyphen host name, and the host name is could be anything, server1.example.com. so host name ctl set hyphen host name ctl server1.example.com. now I save it. Okay, and quit from there and set the executable permission. So I open a terminal one more time and let it be set the standard permission, say chmod 755, and my file name is ram.sh. Okay, now we can see that it's executable. So I exit from there and exit it. Okay, so I'm back on my main.tf file. Let it be close the terminal, and here under user data just go. Okay, now under user data field I can call this script user file function. So what I have to do file, then start bracket and say ram.sh. that's it. Okay, that's sufficient. So while referring this shell script within this file, the path is relative. So simple ram.sh means that the .tf file and .sh file are present on the same directory level. Now time to check. So again I open a terminal one more time and go with the syntax check first. So terminal, new terminal, let us start with the Terraform validate first. Let it be check the syntax. Looks all good. So go with the Terraform plan one more time. Okay, back the refreshing state and one more to add. And if I scroll up a little bit, see, this time should be Red Hat if I'm not wrong. See, AWS underscore instance dot Red Hat. Okay, so let's go with the Terraform apply command. Apply auto approve. Just I have used a one tag auto approve. so it will not prompt me and will be directly started. So if you are sure about that, then and only then you use auto approve. So still creating. Okay, let it be go. I'm back on my AWS console. Here it is, and if I refresh it, let's check. Oh, see, Linux server and demo server, and currently the Linux server is going to be initialized state. Okay, so let it be connect and check the entries. So click on the Linux server, go to the connect, click on the connect, establishing connection. Okay, so sudo, let it be check the root file. Here it is the file. Okay, so all good, it's working. So guys, this is how you can set the entries user data field. And if you wanna just destroy your resources, again go with the Terraform configuration file, and you can put up the entry terraform destroy. Okay, and if you want to completely destroy, again you can go with the auto approve option. So Terraform, and then you can say destroy. So it will destroy all remote objects managed by a particular Terraform configuration. So guys, this is all about of this demo, and I hope finally this is the end of this topic, and hopefully you enjoyed and learned new things. Soon I will come up with another new interesting topic. Till then, keep practicing. If you feel something I have missed or you wanted to know more something is, please leave your comment and subscribe my YouTube channel for more updates. If you like this video, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel, and press the bell icon button for the latest update. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and goodbye.